By M&M Cartage. And now, here's Johnny.
I made it to Thursday. Welcome in. Spears on Sports presented by M&M Cartage. John Spears here. Tony Burke off today. He is spending the day at Thurby.
At least that's what he said he's doing.
At least that's what he says he's doing. I don't know if he's taking his first drink yet. Who the hell knows? But good luck to Tony negotiating the traffic, negotiating the people. And I hope he gets some winners today. I'll be out there tomorrow, of course, for Oaks Day. Probably not going to go Saturday. I got invited to a Derby party that I'm a little more excited about than actually going to the track. Matthew, you're young. Matt joins me. Matt Childress here in place of Scooter, at least for a while. You're young. Would you rather go to the Derby or go to a good party?
I'd rather go to the Derby 10 times out of 10.
10 times out of 10. You know what?
Not even close.
When I was your age, I said the exact same thing. Wait till you get to be an old man. Wait till you get to be a grumpy old man. Because I'm admittedly a grumpy old man. When people say, man, you're grumpy, I go, yeah, that's who I am. I don't like people. I don't like crowds. I'm a grumpy old man. I'm only going tomorrow because I feel obligated to go at least one day with a media credential.
See, I tried to get a credential, but I did not get approved, so I will not be going.
That's crazy. Background check, right? FBI background check?
Possibly.
Is that what got you?
Didn't pass.
You know,
my history before Big X kind of caught up with
me. Or during. Actually, mine was, I didn't get an email. Tony got an email, Scooter got an email, and I didn't get an email. So Tony went over to pick his up and said, and asked about me, and they said, FBI background check. I guess it's random because I've never been arrested.
This is serious. You're not joking.
I'm not joking.
I thought you were, making a bit.
Not joking at all, for once. FBI background check. Now, it only delayed it for a day, but I thought, I guess they just randomly check people, pull the names out of a hat here, and let's check on this guy. He looks shady, which I don't those of you watching on YouTube, yeah, I look shady. There's no two ways about it. But the only reason I'm going tomorrow, it's to win money. That's number one. But B, you know what? I feel like I should go out there at least one day. Usually I get to the backside one early morning. I just didn't want to get out of bed this year. I didn't want to get out of bed, go out there, see Scooter, see Michael, see TJ, I think was out there today, Nick Roush, whoever, Scotty Davenport, the mayor of the backside. I just didn't feel like going out there. All my Montano friends, try to figure out who I'm going to bet. I still don't know. I've put together a 4-leg exacta box and or trifecta box and or superfecta box. So I'm going to give you 4 horses late in the show here. But I don't have any idea. I'm throwing Renegade out. He's the favorite, but he's drew the one post. And the one post historically is not good news. There have been a few exceptions, but not many. So I'm going to hope he gets a bad ride. I know he's going to back up anyway and come from behind, but I'm going to hope he gets a bad ride, gets caught in the congestion of 20 horses, and just fades away. And I'm picking 4 other horses, and I'm going to combine them and just play some exotics, and we'll see what happens. By the way, we did have our first scratch late yesterday. Silent Tactic is out with a foot bruise, which means you will not have to bet the 13 horse. Those of you who believe that's an unlucky number, now you don't have to bet it. There is no 13 in this race on Saturday. Great White is in. I like the name. I don't know anything about Great White other than that'd be awesome. A shark wins the Kentucky Derby. A shark horse. So we'll give you those picks later in the day. M&M Cartage Hotline's open, 384-1450. If you'd like to join in on the conversation, 502-384-1450. Gameday Men's Health text line is open as well, 502-414-1450. Gameday Men's Health. Let's find it here. Redefining men's wellness.
Long week.
Oh, my God. No shortcuts, just results. Testosterone, peptides, weight loss, and sexual performance therapy. Visit GamedayMensHealth.com, defining a new era in men's health. And hit me up on the Gameday Men's Health text line, 502-414-1450. Max Pack yesterday, 1 and 2, the Insure-Max Max Pack. I had Orlando. They covered. They didn't win, but they covered. Cleveland let me down. They got to the point in the fourth quarter where I thought they were going to cover, and then they did. They did come out with a win, though. And then I thought the Lakers would finish off Houston. No Kevin Durant. Austin Reeves back for the Lakers. Reed Shepherd, come on down. Now, I know he only had 12 points, but he had two of the biggest plays in the fourth quarter in a 3-point game with which the Rockets were leading. He had a 12-foot jumper in traffic, contested, and on the next possession stole the ball from LeBron James and went down and dunked it. That goes in your memories pile there. That one goes in your memories pile. Right? When you're old and you're looking at videos of when you played, you look at the playoff game where you stole the ball from LeBron and went down and dunked to pretty much guarantee your team a Game 5 victory. So good basketball last night. 3 more tonight. I'm going to give you a 6-pack because it's Friday. I know it's Thursday, but for us it's Friday here. Right, Matt? You're happy about that, right?
I'm really happy about that.
Matt might fall asleep. Don't fall asleep on your car on the way home. That's my only advice.
I've been, because obviously all the shows before yours are at the track, so they're all remote this week. So I have to be in here around 6:45, 6:50 to get ready to, do Sunrise with Scoots and just the cats before obviously Justin Scootson comes in for.
So you're not used to getting up at, what, 5:30?
No, I'm not. So what I do is I keep all the lights off in here because I don't have to talk, and I scoot the other little chair in the corner over, and I basically lay down while the shows are going on. And then I just wait for Justin to play the music. And I'm like, oh, time for me to hop up and play the commercials real quick.
And what happens if somebody says, Matt, what do you think? And you're laying down there in the fetal position.
I have to press the microphone button, throw my headphones on, and just make up a take in the last second.
Well, I can see you, so I'll know when you don't want to talk. If you want to turn the lights off and take a nap, go ahead.
Okay.
I can handle it.
Okay.
I don't want to handle it, but I can.
I'm good. I got all my napping in.
Okay.
So
right.
By this time, I'm awake.
All right. By the way, grumpy old man comes with naps, too, when you get to be my age. You love a nap.
I'm actually not a nap fan.
Oh.
I always feel sick when I wake up. I don't know. I think I sleep too heavily.
You know what I want when I want to take a nap? I want rain. Yeah. I want it to be raining, and I'm not thunder, just raining, a nice steady rain on the rooftop. Man, I'll go out like a light. And you would think it would affect my sleep at night. It does not. I would hibernate if I could. I would hibernate all winter. But that's not, socially correct. Can't do it. By the way, my brother texted me. He said, yeah, you're shady. Thanks, Tim.
Oh,
appreciate
nice.
that. Happy Derby week to you. Son of a. Anyway, so we'll get to that. We'll give you some more Derby talk. I have no Oaks talk. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. I have zero Kentucky Oaks talk. I will be there tomorrow. I will bet all the races, but I don't have anything to tell you about the Kentucky Oaks, which is great. But to me, it's a more fun day. It's more fun to go to the Oaks because it's just a little less hectic. Now, I do hate that the post time is 8:44 tomorrow night. I think that's crazy. I will be there from 12:30 when the first race begins till probably about 5:30, and then I'll go home and I'll watch the rest of the races on the old television. I hate the crowds. Last year, Tony and I stayed for the Derby. And luckily, there are media shuttles that are not general public shuttles to get back to the fairgrounds.
Yeah, thank God. You wouldn't want to put stuff with those people. Ugh.
But there was a time I didn't know about the media shuttle, and I got in the line with the general public. And after the Derby, you could stand in line for an hour and a half to get a shuttle. And that is not an exaggeration. You should probably walk back to your car at the fairgrounds if you don't leave until after the Oaks or after the Derby, because you're going to get there at least as quick, if not quicker. All right. Braves are 22-9. We'll talk about that. The Reds get crushed. The Mets get crushed. I don't know when they're going to get rid of Carlos Mendoza. The Mets have a West Coast road trip starting tomorrow. They do play this afternoon, So they lost 14-2 yesterday to the Washington Nationals. They have the worst record in the major leagues. And 2 managers have already been fired, and Carlos Mendoza still has his job. Now, I would say there's a chance today the game's over and they say, Carlos, don't get on the plane to the West Coast. We're going to figure out something else, and thanks for your service.
Is that Carlos Mendoza calling you right now?
It might be.
He's upset at you talking
It's
about it on the radio?
It's my Uncle Spam. Spam Likely is his name. Uncle Spam.
Sounds like a cool
And now
guy.
Uncle Spam's leaving me a message now, so I can't wait to hear that. Live Golf has a little unrest. Well, they got a lot of unrest. Now, the PGA Tour and the leadership and Rory McIlroy and all of those guys have to be smiling today. They have to be. The Public Investment Fund from Saudi Arabia, after this season, is no longer going to fund the Live Golf Tour. And it's one of those things that you should have seen coming when it first became a thing. When Live Golf was created by all this oil money, and DeChambeau went, and Mickelson was the first to go, and, you know, Cam Smith goes, John Rahm goes, all these big-time golfers take the big paycheck, take the big money, and head over there, and they're playing 3 rounds, and there's no cuts, and they're in shorts, and there's music playing on the tee box. How long is this going to last? And I sort of said, and most people kind of felt, I think, well, this is a 1 or 2 year thing. 1 or 2 years. Because nobody's going to watch it. The TV, it finally got a contract with the CW. That's not good. Half of the events were overseas. Half of them are in the United States. So who wants to watch this? And it's team golf. It's not Ryder Cup team golf. It's not President's Cup team golf. Hell, it's not even the Zurich Classic 2-man golf like we had last week. This is team golf with team names and logos on your hat and your shirt. And the music's blaring. And everybody's happy. It's not going to last if people don't watch, if there's no corporate sponsors, and if people don't go to the events. It's just not going to last. And now we see it as Liv is establishing a new board of directors. They are looking for in air quotes here, financial partners to keep the league going. Now they're saying all the right things. Oh, we're going to continue. This is not going to stop. Well, they've already canceled a summer stop in New Orleans. Well, I'm sorry, postponed. They won't use the word cancel because it's been postponed, which means we could play it at a later date. Now the players are going to want to come back. Now, Brooks Koepka was smart because the PGA initiated a path back to the PGA Tour. It was called the Returning Member Program, okay? And it was performance-based. Players who had been away from the tour for at least 2 years and who had won either the Players or a major between 2022 and 2025 had until February 2nd to decide if they wanted to come back. Brooks Koepka said, yes, please. There are penalties included. There was a suspension period. He has to play a lot of these non-big-time tournaments. So there were exceptions here. Bryson DeChambeau, John Rahm, Cameron Smith, all were eligible to come back as well because they had won a major or the Players. They declined. DeChambeau, Cam Smith, and Rahm said no thank you. I wonder if they're regretting that now because the returning member program has now expired. It's over. There will be a path for these guys to come back, but the penalties are going to be much, much harsher because the players on the PGA Tour that didn't go, the Justin Roses, the Rorys, the Justin Thomases, Brian Harmon, and you can name a bunch of guys that won majors, were big-time names at the time and said no to $500 million, $250 million. We're going to give you all this money to come. They said no. And now they don't want these players to be allowed back without major, major penalties. The players are going to come back because the PGA has said all along, we want the best players in the game on our tour.
Then why they let Brooks Koepka come back?
Well, that's just mean. He's won 4 majors. Come on, man. Brooks Koepka can play golf.
I mean, we're letting Dustin Johnson still play golf. We just let anybody out there now.
Now, Dustin Johnson has fallen off quite dramatically. And if I was married to Janet Jones's daughter, I would probably fall off too. Patrick Reed is an interesting situation because a lot of these guys kept their PGA Tour membership and kept paying the dues. Even though they went to live, were not going to be allowed to play on the PGA Tour unless they'd won a major. They could play in them, or unless they were invited by majors, they could play in the majors. A lot of these guys, Joaquin Niemann, not big names, okay, kept their PGA Tour membership. You know who didn't? Patrick Reed. Patrick Reed gave up his membership. He did not renew his contract with LIV in June he joined in June of 22. He didn't renew it this year, and he is serving a 1-year ban. He is eligible to return on August 25th. But part of the problem is he did not renew his PGA membership. Henrik Stenson, Pat Perez, they opted to leave LIV. They're allowed to return under the same year-long ban from LIV. They are now playing on the Champions Tour because they're over 50 years old. So Reed will get to play. I'll tell you one guy who will never be able to play again is Phil Mickelson because he started all this. He and Greg Norman, they'll never be invited to even buy tickets to a major again. Phil will never be back on tour. Now he's over 50, but he may want to play in the Champions Tour. They're not going to let him. They're not. And Reed and DeChambeau and Rahm, all these guys are going to have to pay major penalties because there is a segment of the tour, whether it's management or players, and especially players, that don't want to give these guys the break. These guys took a lot of money to leave. And now you're going to let them back and play right alongside of us with no penalty? That's not going to happen. So we'll see what happens to LIV. I have a feeling this will be the last year of LIV. They're not going to they might find financial partners, but they're not going to find enough money to keep the tour alive. The Saudi Public Investment Fund kept that tour alive because they bleed money, right? Their toilet paper is money. They got more money than you could ever fathom in your mind because of the oil. 3 years now, and they're done. We don't want to do this anymore. We're taking our money elsewhere because there's no return on the investment. So my feeling is LIV will be shut down probably by the end of this year, if not sooner. And then where's DeChambeau going to go? Where's Rahm going to go? Where's Cam Smith going to go?
They're going to the Penn Run Invitational.
They're going to come begging back to play on the PGA Tour. And they're going to be let back after either a suspension, monetary fines, sanctions, whatever it is. They're going to pay. They're going to have to pay a lot, not only financially, but just in time-wise to get back on the tour. And they should, because they chose to take the money. And the PGA right now is, I think the Cadillac Championship is underway. All the good players are playing in this thing, well, most of them. And I think they're all out on the course right now just talking. Boy, isn't this great? What a beautiful sunny day. And, the LIV's, they're falling apart? Yeah, we saw it coming. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. NBA, what happened last night. I got birthdays. I got Derby winners. Not really. I got Derby guesses. and baseball as well. Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Cartage, Big X. If you'd like to join in on the conversation, 384-1450. Game Day Men's Health open as well. Get your text into the show on the Game Day Men's Health text line, 502-414-1450. Patrick Murphy says, happy that my Vegas Golden Knights won in the second overtime. Whew, that series has been crazy. But they're on serve, as they would say in the tennis world. Vegas regains home ice advantage with that 5-4 overtime win last night. Patrick says, I'm also at Thurby today. Hopefully we'll see the other Big X personalities. Well, Tony Burke will be in the Turf Club. So good luck getting up there. He's he's Tony Burke, man. He's with the money people.
If you're listening and you just called in, it just cut out as soon as I picked up the phone, so you can call back in
call
again,
back,
and I'll pick it up again.
He might try to answer it this time as well if he's not asleep on the floor.
As soon as I picked it up, it just went to dial tone. So I don't know if somebody hung up at the same time, or so if you want to call in, just I'm watching it and I'll pick it up.
Buzz says, tell the truth, John. Once you were recognized in the public line, you got writer's cramp from signing so many autographs. Well, not really, because I charge $10 for one. So people just don't want to spend that kind of money for my autograph, and that's fine with me. Leave me alone, as I like to say, Matthew. Leave me alone. Damn people. I hate people. All right, NBA last night, Detroit over Orlando, 116-109. The Pistons stay alive. They still trail the series 3-2 as they head back to Orlando on Friday night. Cade Cunningham, 45 last night. Paolo Banchero had 45 for Orlando in a losing effort. I didn't look this up, but I cannot remember a time when both teams, hey, Tony Burke's here, look at that, when both teams had a guy score 45 points. Because Banchero was great, but Cunningham was great too, and the Pistons come out of there with a win. Tobias Harris's 23 was big as well. See if your mic's working. Hey, Matt, turn Tony's mic on. There you go.
Should be on now. And
there we go.
Buzz is also on the line.
He is dressed for success today, man. He's going to get up and walk over here so the one person on the YouTube can look at him. Look at this guy, man.
What a suit.
Turf Club, man. You can't play around when you're going to the Turf Club. Let's bring Buzz on the M&M Cartage Hotline. Good morning, Buzz.
Good morning, guys. Hey, I noticed a lot of paparazzi around the station when I was driving past there on the way to work today. They must have been waiting for Tony to show up.
They were, but we have a back way to get in, so he avoided all that.
It took me 10 minutes. I actually went over to Thornton's. I had to get in the parking lot.
If they knew he went to Thornton's, they would just go there.
Two celebrities at the same time, me and Buzz.
Yeah.
I just had a quick comment about your first segment when you were talking about the Saudis. They have been known for pulling out of sponsorship deals without notice in the past. Nothing quite as big as the Live Tour, but I know it happened to a couple drag racing teams at the upper level a few years ago, and it involved millions of dollars, not like what the Live Tour was, but it was like right before the season would start, you know what, we're not throwing any more money away, guys, we'll see you.
There's a reason it's called the Public Investment Fund. It's not the public, we're just going to give you money fund. So if they don't get a return on their investment, they're going to get out of it. And they gave it a few years, and now they're gone, and it's going to fall apart by the end of the year.
I agree. Now, did all of that money that was promised to guys like Mickelson and all them that first went over there, did they get that up front, or is it paid over time?
Tony, I think they got it up front.
Yeah, I was reading, and what's still owed, they will honor. I was reading it this morning, and but at the end of the year, they will be completely out. They will honor what they have paid. So those guys are going to get their money if they haven't already. But, you know, that was a failure from the beginning. I don't care.
No, that's what I said at the beginning.
Sounds like a win-win for everybody on the Live Tour.
Oh,
certainly does.
Yeah.
Because eventually,
I've been listening.
If you're good enough, eventually they're going to let you back on the tour. It's going to cost you.
Yep.
You know, time and money. It's what it's going to cost you. But they want the best golfers. So DeChambeau, even though he said as recent as a couple days ago, hey, I'm in it for the long haul here.
Yeah. Well, the long haul is going to end.
It's going to be the short haul.
Yeah.
But he's a great golfer, so he's going to get back in. He's won a major. Koepka won 4 majors. He's back in, basically. Even Patrick Reed, I think, even though he gave up his tour membership, I think he's going to get back in.
He's so well liked.
He's not well liked, but you know what? People watch him play.
I know.
People will turn on to watch him play because he's polarizing. So Rahm will be back, obviously.
It'd just be a matter of time on it. But you're right. I listened to you.
Thank you, Buzz. Have a good Thurby.
Well, you guys too. See y'all have fun, Tony.
All right, thanks, Buzz.
Tony ain't having fun. Tony's out there to win money.
Some serious stuff.
Back to the NBA. Detroit stays alive, Tony. Our Pistons still alive.
Well, they scared me down the stretch there.
Yeah, they let it get they're just not that good, really.
Great
regular season.
That's the truth. And the more I watched them, the more I thought Orlando was going to come back and beat them.
Yeah.
But you were just talking about, I know when I was coming in, about Banchero and Cunningham.
Unbelievable.
I mean,
those two guys.
That's some crazy stuff.
Every time Cunningham scored, Banchero wouldn't score.
The move Cunningham made late in the game when they came to double him and he went between his legs and did a step back, foul line extended, was as pretty a move as I've seen anybody.
He's so talented.
Wasn't Jordan-esque because he didn't get up as high, but it was that type of move.
He is so talented. Cleveland hangs on. Well, they came from behind, actually. They were down 12 in the first quarter.
Chuck ripped them at half.
Did you see that? I did. He's great. But they beat Toronto 125-120. Cleveland takes a 3-2 lead in that series. Each team has won every game on their home court. James Harden and Mobley had 23 apiece. And Schroeder, off the bench, 19. He sort of took over. And did you see Kenny Atkinson went to put Donovan Mitchell back in, and Mitchell said, no, Schroeder's playing too well. Leave him in there. He's doing great. That is a team player right there. Because Mitchell hit a big three at the end of the first quarter from about 50 feet. But Cleveland wins, which is what I wanted, and now they'll try to end it in Toronto on Friday night. Houston over the Lakers, I was shocked. Austin Reeves back.
He was good early. I went to bed.
He was. Kevin Durant out, and the Lakers somehow lose that game, 99-93. Jabari Smith Jr. had 22. Alperen Sengun, 14 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists.
That's what I call him the Goon.
The Goon is good. He can play.
He is.
And Reed Shepherd, fourth quarter, if you were listening, Tony, you heard me say a couple of big plays against LeBron coming down the stretch. Nobody's ever lost a 3-0 series lead in the NBA. It's never happened. This feels like it could happen.
Chuck was talking about that. He felt like this was a must-win for the Lakers because he felt like if they went back to Houston, they're going to have trouble beating them in Houston. Then it comes down to one game.
I don't disagree with that. They needed to win that game last night. Now, Kevin Durant is officially out for Game 6. They've already announced that. So Houston at home has to go win another one. That'll be 3 in a row if they win this one without Kevin Durant.
And they won last night with Sengun taking 9 shots, John. He was 5 for 9.
Well, they played great defense.
No, they did, and they got balanced scoring. But don't you feel like if Durant's not playing, he's got to put some numbers up offensively?
You would, yeah. He's got to get more than 9 shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right about that. Knicks at Atlanta tonight. Knicks trying to finish that one out. Boston at Philly. Boston trying to finish that one. And Denver at Minnesota. Minnesota trying to end that series. All 3 of those series are 3-2. I'll give you the winners. In fact, a full 6-pack coming up. Thursday night games and Friday night games in the NBA. A full 6-pack coming up in the InsureMax Max Pack in the next segment.
Can I change gears for real quick just for a minute?
I want your horses.
Well, I'm gonna be here till the end because you're taking me.
I want your horses.
Hey,
I want to know who's going to win.
What about the NHL playoffs, John?
Well, we had a 1-0 overtime win to end the series, right?
Yep.
We had a 5-4 overtime Patrick Murphy's Vegas Knights.
And double overtime.
Double overtime, shorthanded goal in double overtime to win that one.
And Montreal beats Tampa down there 3-2. And the night before, the games were just as good.
We need a win out of our Oilers on the road tonight.
We do. We got to shoot some ducks.
Just saying.
We got to shoot some ducks.
Shoot some ducks like we're at the carnival.
But the one thing I just wanted to bring up, you always talk about the NHL playoffs, how great they are. They have been that great.
Yeah, people around here don't care.
Yep.
They don't understand. And if you watch, Charles Barkley has said before, playoff hockey is without question the most exciting sport there is to watch.
It is. It's all out, man.
And with the technology and the HD TVs and all that stuff we have nowadays, back in the day you couldn't see the puck.
Yeah.
Couldn't see the puck. I don't know where the puck is.
They tried to put the line on it and glow it.
Yeah. Now you can see it because of high definition, because of 70-inch television. And it's I can't
give
impress
it a shot if you have.
I can't impress it upon people because they don't want to listen. They don't want to watch it. I turned over and what was the first early game last night?
Montreal and Tampa Bay.
I turned over and watched some of that game. It was great.
Did you see Gruden do the lightning thing before the game?
No, I didn't. I wasn't on before the game.
I had it on the hotel. We had to flick it back and forth.
Oh, man.
All right. It's cool.
We got 1 minute till break. Give me your Derby horses.
I like Chief Wallaby.
I know you do. You know he went from like 8-1 to 13-1?
Did he?
But he's still one of the sharp horses.
I saw Renegade run on the track, and I agree with you on that one hole, but, man, he looked so good. But I like Chief Wallaby. I like the 3 horses from the Florida Derby, John. I like Commandment and the Puma. I just think that race was so much better than people give it credit for. But it's so wide open. Emerging Market is one that's kind of come on late for everybody, but I'm with the Chief.
Well, I'm throwing Renegade out.
Yep.
And I don't like to, but that one post just scares me.
Chief Wallaby's a young horse with only 3 races, but he's getting better. And I love one thing they said on television, he's grown a bunch. And
that can't hurt.
No. And, you got to remember, these are 3-year-old horses, and you made the best point. You can be the best horse in this race, but
doesn't matter. You get caught in traffic, you're done.
Go Oaks, Derby double, Zany, Chief Wallaby.
Better write Zany down because I got to have. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. I got to have something to bet tomorrow.
There's your Oaks.
Jimmy Ruff hit us up on the text line. Tony is looking good today. You got to bet big to win big.
You got to look the part, man.
You got to look
got
the
the
part.
blue sport coat with the.
And here I am in my sweatpants and my Titans.
Well, you made me look good because you really didn't fix yourself up.
That doesn't take much for me to make anybody look good.
John is my Uber to the fairgrounds.
I'm
so I
Ubering
can meet
Tony.
Senator Roby to go into the.
So I'm taking you to the shuttle, right?
Take me to the shuttle. I'll take the shuttle over. And
where's your media credentials?
It's in my car.
Okay.
I
All right.
I figured I'd leave it.
Matt didn't get one. Did you hear that sob story?
Man.
Yeah, I did not get one.
Baby.
Did you talk to Dugan about it?
No, I didn't.
There's the problem.
There's the problem.
I didn't know I needed to. I thought I just reached out to them directly.
Next year, reach out directly to
It's
Dugan.
a new year. Next year's a new year.
You'll be a year older, more experienced.
I'll do that.
Wiser.
Maybe they'll do 2 FBI background checks on me.
Maybe you won't be in here at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I think the problem is I'm in witness protection, and they want to
That was funny.
figure out why.
I don't think you should say you're in witness protection.
Oh, that's right. We're on YouTube now. Uh-oh.
Like, people can see you.
Mm.
If they see the caricature, they'll know
Well,
who you
this
are.
is the final show of Spears on Sports. So.
It was fun.
All right, back at it after the break. We'll give you the birthdays, Max Pack, and Derby winners. Spears on Sports presented by M&M Cartage. Big Apple. John Spears, Tony Burke in studio with Scooter Dingus to the bullpen again for the fourth straight appearance out of the pen, man. Are you okay?
I mean, just tell me I'm straight out of the 70s baseball.
I'm going to tell you right now. I'm telling you right now. I'm not letting you pitch tomorrow. That's it.
I don't want to pitch tomorrow.
No show tomorrow, in case you were wondering. It does happen to be Oaks Day, so
holiday in Louisville, Kentucky.
It basically is a holiday here in the Ville.
What time are you all going out there?
The first race is what, 12:30?
Yeah.
I'll probably get there about 12:30.
You gonna get there that early?
Yeah, and I'm not going to stay. We were talking about this yesterday. I'm not going to stay for the Oaks.
I don't think I'm going to.
I might leave right before the race before the Oaks.
If I'm kicking their butt, I might be.
Well, that does change things. If I'm up a couple Hunsky, then
I might hang around.
A little
I'd
bit.
be in a hurry, have a few more drinks, and have the wife come pick us up.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm not going to talk about that on the air. Remind me after the show to tell you what I did for my daughter.
All righty.
Yeah, maybe that's not good radio. I don't know. I don't even know anymore.
He's patting himself on the back. I can.
All right, Scooter, let's do birthdays.
Oh, let's not.
Why not? Why wouldn't we do?
Baby? Because Matt did not have me set up for success.
Did you forget it was the third segment already?
I'm literally pulling up the soundbite as we speak. Matt did not set me up for
it is literally.
He was more worried about telling us about meeting Jason Worth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
John, I'll be honest. I'm completely checked out at this point. Just so you know. But here we go. Let's do birthdays.
Hey, Scoot! Birthday!
And I got some good ones today, too, man. Got some good ones. Anna DeArmas. You know who that is?
Yeah, 4.5. Don't even need to look her up.
Anna DeArmas is 38 today.
How you spell the last name?
ARMAS.
Yeah. It's three names. It's like serial killers. Three names. ANA, Anna, DE, Armas.
I'm with you.
What's she been in, Scoots?
Couldn't tell you.
What?
Nothing. I don't think she's been in anything.
Oh, no. She was in the movie Blonde where she played Marilyn Monroe.
No, I'm saying I don't think she's been in anything that I've seen.
Have you?
But I'm aware of her.
Then you should watch Blonde because she looks
War Dogs, Knock Knock.
Exactly like Marilyn Monroe.
Okay.
Blade Runner, 2049.
Later Blade Runner, yeah. Knives Out. She was good. She was good in Knives Out.
Is that a sequel? Blade Runner?
Yes, it is. Huh. She's 38 today.
Yep.
Kirsten Dunst is 44 today. Any love for Kirsten Dunst, Scooter?
I mean, back in the day, she was okay. We'll go 3.5. I'll give her a 3.5.
She was Mary Jane in Spider-Man. In the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire.
I like her.
She was the best in Jumanji.
I bet you like her, John.
Jumanji? Well, she was a little kid in Jumanji.
She was, but the role she played was awesome.
She did well in Spider-Man, I thought.
Yes, I agree. Here's one for you. Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman. You okay, Tony?
Settle down, Tony.
She's 41 today. She was also had a bit role in a movie called Date Night, which was great. Keeping Up with the Joneses, a hilarious movie. She was great in that. But she's in movies because she is absolutely gorgeous.
Before you number, anybody that can wear the Wonder Woman suit is already.
Yep. Linda Carter's an automatic 5. Yep.
I'm sorry, boys. I better go 3.5. Oh, I know you're going to be disappointed, but.
She's tall, Scooter. You like tall women.
Yeah, but there's other features that are missing.
She's
I don't know which one you're looking at.
Foreign descent. Hebrew.
I mean, she's gorgeous.
Yes.
I'm not going to say
she's just not on the
scooter meter was about being gorgeous.
Well, there's other things that go into the scoots.
We know that.
All right, Cloris Leachman was born would have been 100 today, Tony. 100 Young Frankenstein, man.
Oh, that's
Frau Blucher in Young Frankenstein.
Dr. Frankenstein.
Game over. Game over. She was great. Very funny actress. She was in the Bob Newhart show. Just very funny.
Man, back in the day, we'll go for it.
She did bring it back in.
She's young. Everybody just remembers her being older because that's.
Yeah. Johnny Galecki. This is weird. Johnny Galecki, who plays on Big Bang Theory, plays. Who's he play?
Does he wear the glasses?
Yeah, the guy with the glasses. He's 51 today, and Kunal Nayyar, who plays Raj.
Oh, Raj is great.
Is 45 today.
That's a funny show. I didn't watch it.
Both have the same birthday.
It is a funny show.
Burt Young, Tony.
Oh.
You can't win, Rock. No, that was Meredith Burgess.
No, he was.
But Burt Young.
He got the.
Adrian's brother.
Right. The box. What's the dang thing they wear? They had the meat company on it or whatever.
He was born on this date in 1940. Burt Young of all the Rocky movies.
Yep. Wear the
is
hat.
great.
Got the great hat.
Paulie. Played
Oh,
Paulie.
that's right.
Jill Clayburgh. There you go, Scooch. Born on this date in 1944.
That's a different looking woman.
She is. She was in one of my favorite Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder comedies, Silver Streak.
Silver Streak. What a classic.
But that was a fantastic film. She was also in Bridesmaids. She played Kristen Wiig's mom in Bridesmaids.
They're making a second one of those. Did you know that?
No.
Yes.
I'm already laughing.
They are. They're making a second.
Didn't do it for me.
Jill Clayburgh, got a number?
3.
Didn't Bridesmaid didn't do
You
it.
didn't like
Tony.
it? Oh, man. I
hilarious.
loved it. When they were shopping for dresses and they all got food poisoning, one of the funniest scenes in cinema history.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday. They're making a second one.
Travis Scott is 35 today, the rapper.
Give me a rap song.
You got any Travis Scott songs over there, Scooter?
I do.
You're
not.
young.
I don't think I know a single Travis Scott song.
Well, then you fit right in with this group. All right, sports-wise, Isaiah Thomas, Zeke,
Which one?
the Indiana Hoosier,
Yeah.
Detroit Piston, is 65 today.
We're 62, John. So
I know. T.J. Leaf. Remember T.J. Leaf played basketball at UCLA? Supposed to be the next big thing.
I remember, but
He's 29, and I don't think he's the next big thing. Scrap iron. Phil Garner just passed away this year.
Yeah, he just passed away recently.
Born on this date in 1949, Pittsburgh Pirates.
Second baseman, manager.
He was great. Played for the Astros for a while. Al Toon,
Oh, Altoona, Wisconsin, number 88.
New York Jets as well. 63 today.
Kentucky beat them in what?
Hall of Fame ball.
Hall of Fame Bowl.
Tony Pollard, my Titans, is 29.
Number 20.
Running back.
20? Is it 20? I was going to say
He was
20.
20 with
He's
the
20
Cowboys,
with the
I know.
Cowboys.
Yeah,
I think
it's
he's 20. Time for some car racing. Elliott Sadler, NASCAR, 51 today. Michael Waltrip, 63 today. And Frank Kimmel, who you probably saw, Tony, and I saw, on those, maybe we had a few libation nights when we went over to the Jeffersonville Speedway. Remember those days? How many times did you go over there?
I don't remember going many.
Y'all talking about the sports
The
drone?
Sports Drome. I went a couple times.
I don't know if I went, John. Maybe I just don't remember.
I went for car races and I went for Demolition Derby.
I didn't
Frank
go to them,
Kimmel,
Yep.
Indiana legend, Southern Indiana legend, 64 today.
They also do figure 8 school bus
School
racing.
buses.
Isn't that crazy?
Man, that's a one night to go over and have a bunch of beers and just watch them ram each other.
Oh, it's great. All right, the Reds got crushed yesterday, Scooter, 13-2.
I'm not here to talk about that.
Let me tell you what, it got me an over. Do you know why it got me an over?
Because Colorado scored 13?
Because it was 8-0 going into the ninth, and the Reds put Jose Trevino into pitch.
Oh, they did.
It was bad.
I heard-
Position player pitcher gives up 5 runs and gets
Was
me
he
an
throwing a
over.
knuckleball? Everybody throws a knuckleball.
He was just lobbing it in there.
It was bad.
It looked like slow pitch softball.
I watched probably 8 of those innings. Wish I wouldn't have.
Reds will have Colorado again today, 12:40. Michael Lorenzen, former Red, goes for Colorado
Big arm.
against Andrew Abbott. Do you know what Andrew Abbott's ERA is, Scooter?
Probably 8.
6.59.
He's been awful.
He is struggling. But there you go, 12:40 today, a businessman special, Tony, up in Cincinnati. I mentioned the Mets got crushed. The Braves got a walk-off homer from, 2-run homer from Matt Olson to beat Detroit 4-3. The Braves have the best record in baseball. Do you know that? 22-9.
No, but I knew they had one of the best.
My man Kevin Wallace is texting me last night. He's going nuts right now. He's so happy about the Braves. All right,
What about the White Sox, man? White Sox win again.
they're good. They got good young talent.
Like
Let's
I
do the
told you,
Max.
they've had enough first-round draft choices.
They do. Yeah, you're not wrong about that. All right, Max Pack time. Max Pack, 6-pack, brought to you by Chad Hennessy with InsureMax, proudly serving the Louisville area for over 25 years. Call Chad at InsureMax today for all your insurance needs, 479-4085.
Hey, there's the old guy. Old guy now.
All right, you got 3 games tonight, 3 games tomorrow night. Let's go quickly through them. 7 o'clock, Knicks at Atlanta on ESPN. Uh-oh.
Is that my phone or yours?
That was mine. There it goes again.
See that music in the background? John is on his game. Get her radio on.
Knicks at Atlanta, ESPN, 7 o'clock. I'm taking the home team plus the 2.5 here. I think Atlanta sends this one back to Madison Square Garden tonight.
Yeah, young guys.
They were so bad the other night.
Yeah, they're going to get after them tonight.
Boston at Philly on Peacock, 8 o'clock. Celtics are 5.5 on the road. They have lambasted the Sixers in Philly both games. I think they do it again.
Do you?
I think, they rarely lose 2 in a row, and they're mad about the way they didn't want to go back there anyway. I think they roll over Philly tonight.
Philly got all their players, man. I think it'd be a close game.
9:30 Denver at Minnesota. Denver's 5.5 on the road here. I don't get it. I understand there's no Anthony Edwards and no DiVincenzo. I get all that. But Minnesota's been pretty good without those guys as well. Ant was hurt earlier in the year, and they played pretty well without him. I'm taking the points here.
Hey.
I'm not saying Denver doesn't win, but 5.5 at home when you can close out the Nuggets, I think they'll be focused and ready to go tonight. Give me Minnesota.
But I know you like Denver still to win the series.
I did.
So you think Denver's going to win by 2 or 3?
Yes. Yes, I do. Tomorrow night, early game, Detroit at Orlando. Well, this is just pride speaking here. I want them to win it all, so I'm taking Detroit. They are a 3.5-point favorite in Orlando. I think that's crazy, by the way.
That is nuts.
But I am going to take Detroit because I'm going down with the ship.
But Vegas telling you?
Yeah, they're telling me to bet Orlando. So
no, they're telling you.
they want me to bet Orlando.
Right. Yeah,
that's what they want.
I said that backwards.
But you're right. They're actually telling me we like Detroit.
We like the Pistons.
Toronto and Cleveland in Toronto. Cleveland's 4.5. Every team's won at home. I'm taking Toronto here. Brandon Ingram got hurt, though. That's major. He got hurt early in that game last night, a heel injury, which always I worry about Achilles when I hear that. I hope he plays tomorrow night. If he doesn't, it'll be tougher. But I'm taking the 4.5 at home for Toronto. They have a great crowd, and they'll be ready to go.
Yeah, I turned it on and had to look and see why Ingram wasn't in the game.
Yeah.
Anything with your foot playing basketball is a problem.
Lakers at Houston, only because I won a Game 7 in this series, so the Lakers can be the first team to lose the 7-game series when they were up 3-0. I'm taking Houston and giving the 3.5. No Kevin Durant. I get it. But you know what? They won 2 in a row without him, and they're back home. And, again, if they win this game, the noose gets tight on the Lakers for Game 7, and that's what I want to see.
I'm with you on the Rockets. I think the Rockets cover that and go back to L.A.
So there's your 6-pack, sponsored by InsureMax. Hawks plus 2.5, Celtics minus 5.5, Timberwolves plus 5.5. Those 3 games tonight. And then tomorrow night, the Pistons minus 3.5, the Raptors plus 4.5, and the Rockets minus 3.5. All right, Tony, here we go. This is my super/try/exacta box. 6, 9, 10, 12. I'm going Commandment, who I know Scooter loves Commandment.
Yep.
The Puma, because of Tony and because of that race he was telling me about. I'm going Chief Wallaby. And number 10, Wonder Dean. I'm going Wonder Dean because of my man, Dean Wells, who passed away last year. Big horse racing nut, buddy of mine. He's 30-1 as of today, the updated odds. And I'm going to go with Wonder Dean to finish in the top 4. That's it. We'll be back at it Monday. I got to go take Tony out there to win a couple $1,000. Talk to you then. Matt Dennison is next. Spears on Sports presented by M&M Cartage. Big X.